Welcome back, YouTube, to another Fat Guy Builds. Today we got to replace a headlight housing on this 2015 Golf Sport Wagon, which the headlights I believe are the same on just the standard Golfs too. But I'm going to take you step by step. We're going to replace the whole housing and should make it easy for you to do it yourself. Step 1, pop your hood. Step 2, above the headlight you have this bar, and you're gonna need to remove this bolt, and this bolt. The tool you need for this is a T30 Torx bit. This reservoir is attached to this. There's a little nub in here. Push this, pull it up and out, and it'll come out of this little groove in here. For the hood popper cable, it's just pushed in here with two little clips. Take needle nose and squish the clips, and it'll go through the hole. On the back side of the headlight, you can see right there, there's another bolt that holds the headlight in, so you need to use an extension, and it's the same tool that you used here. We need to take a T25 Torx bit, remove here, 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 and here. You're also going to have to remove the bar here. So you're going to use a T30 Torx bit to remove the bar on the passenger side. You're going to pull up on this area here. Looking at it from the side, it'll come unclipped. So when it sits like this, you're going to start in the corner and pull this way all the way across. Once the top is disconnected, then you're going to pull straight up, more or less, and unclip it from the bumper. Inside of here, you have another T30 Torx bit that holds the front corner of the headlight assembly. Jack up the car, turn the wheel all the way to the opposite side of the vehicle so that you can get to these bolts here. In the wheel well, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the one that actually holds the corner of the bumper. T25 Torx bit. Take all 4 of these out. Those 4 screws are out. You're going to start in this corner. You're going to pull it. You're going to put one hand underneath and sort of just give it a little tug until it totally pops out. Right there, if you can see right in the center of the screen, that's another T25 Torx bit, but it's in a little bit, so you're going to have to use an extension. So I have this right here, and you're going to have to get it from the side. When taking off the headlight, it obviously slides forward, but you need to lift the front because it has these tabs here that go behind the bumper. So you're going to have to push up and then pull it out. Unplug the harness. So you're going to push this tab and wiggle, and that'll unplug that. Then there's a little clip. You just wiggle it. It'll come off this plastic here. This little clip. This headlight is made by TYC. Part number is 20-9700-00-1N. Grab your new part. You're going to slide it in the opposite way that you took the old one out. So I'm going to plug in this connector. Push that little clip back on that bar. Slowly wiggle this headlight into place. Remember, you need to get the front here underneath the bumper. Once it's generally in its place, we're going to put all the hardware in just finger tight so that everything can still move. That way we know that everything, all the bolts and screws are lined up and they're all in their right place, but then we have a little bit of wiggle room to adjust where we need to adjust. Test the headlight before you waste your time putting it all back together. Check your low beam, your high beam, your blinker. Make sure all 3 of them work. before you waste your time going to all these next steps, putting everything back together. Once all the screws are in, partially hand tight, push the headlight back against the fender and push it back against the center radiator support, and then tighten down the one back here and the one up in here in the front. Get those tight. I put this one in here to help line it up, but obviously I got to remove this to put the bar back. After tightening the bolt here, you're gonna line this all back up in here, give it a nice little tug, give it a nice little push. Now take and install those 4 screws that were on the wheel well. Reinstall this front grille. You're gonna grab your bar back, you're gonna slide the cable back on, slide this back in the general area, you slide it in, push down till it clicks, and now we can put the hardware back in. So do that to both sides. Go through at the very end, check, make sure all the bolts and screws are tight in the wheel well and up top, and then you're done. Thanks for coming and checking out another Fat Guy Builds. Check me out on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And I hope this saved you some money. Till next time, wrench on.